coming up right after this. Back for game number 2, Lin Gaoyuan leading. And a forehand flip kill from the short forehand side as well. Showing quite a complete game right now. Now, one thing about Fan Zhendong that can be pro and a con is that his power is typically turned on. I think the downfall of it is that if Lin Gaoyuan can keep the ball in play or hit a shot that's very uncomfortable for Fan Zhendong to play so aggressively, he has a very aggressive vibe at the table. Again, this is part of the difference and the reason Ma Long is called the most complete player in the game and why he has such a record against Fan Zhendong. Tight serve just barely comes along at the middle of the table. Lin Gaoyuan looking for the opening attack. Tough to deal with a forehand like this coming back after you put so much effort into the receive. Lin Gaoyuan with a very strong backhand opening. Fan Zhendong anticipates, stays a little bit behind the table for the counter, moves out to the forehand quickly. Outright service point for Lin Gaoyuan. Top edge of the racket. Now, as closed as Fan Zhendong's racket is over the table, you'd expect this to happen more, but we quite rarely see it. Precision of the serves of Lin Gaoyuan. Maybe a little bit to do with pressure and nerve as well. There's less pressure at a national level here. But personally, you know Fan Zhendong really wants, and both of these players want badly to win this match. Excellent placement on the deep push. Long, fast into the body. Testing that agility of Xiaopeng. The high arcing spin shot breaks the timing. Fan Zhendong falls back, losing his footing a bit. So right now the more versatile play is coming from Lin Gaoyuan. I mean, more successful on every level considering he won game 1 and he's up 6-2 right now. But it's very rare to see Fan Zhendong tripping the way he is or getting caught up in the footwork. Tight serve as well, variation in the spin on that serve. Looked to be a little bit empty, light underspin, overlifted by Fan Zhendong. Remember, no coaches in the corners, so if there is a timeout, it will be on the player himself to make that call. Good block from the middle, quick turn to use the backhand from Lin Gaoyuan, but Fan Zhendong recovers with the parallel backhand. Still down by 4 with the serves back on his side. Just missing the table. Lin Gaoyuan had 2 nets in this rally. Fan Zhendong recovered both of them. Leaping out forehand, the high arcing spin shot. This step around, dangerous shot. Plays it to the shorter side, a little bit in on the middle instead of the cross court shot. Going to finish the rally rather than end it, or rather than continue it, I should say. Put a little bit more pressure on. It's a shot that if it makes it, ends the rally. If it misses it, definitely ends the rally, as all missed shots do. Good placement again. Fan Zhendong drilling it into the deep backhand, taking away the step around from Lin Gaoyuan. You could see there how much he wanted that step around. Bit frustrated that maybe he tried to make his move early. Lin Gaoyuan's had some very big backhands in the counter rallies so far. Shown that he's confident on both wings. Beautiful cover, side and topspin from Lin Gaoyuan's backhand from the middle of the table. I feel like he's got such a small middle, like the Liu Shiwen of the men's game. Just able to turn the racket so quickly and protect that middle, but also so fast to take the forehand when he feels like stepping around. Not this time, off the net and out. Fan Zhendong making his way back. He was down 2-7. Good placement there for Fan Zhendong to get the hesitation, earning the long push to open attack. Now, if there were a coach in the corner, I think we would have seen a timeout around 8-5. Possibly now. Although Lin Gaoyuan on the receive, still in the lead by 2. It is quite early in a match that could go the distance. Late to come in. Clever decision. Lin Gaoyuan dropping it short as Fan Zhendong was waiting for the open rally. Parallel forehand, Fan Zhendong on the run has had some big shots here. Now down by 2 once again. A little bit predictable on that soft flip with the forehand. Lin Gaoyuan's going to have to telegraph less and less to keep Fan Zhendong away from the ball, slightly out of reach. The arcing Chiquita over the table does not come down. Lin Gaoyuan with 3 game points for a 2-0 lead over the top seed. And again, the strong favorite to win this tournament by most people's standards. While there are a few players who have beaten Fan Zhendong, I think for most, the only player they could imagine beating Fan Zhendong in this tournament would be Lin Gaoyuan. Strong counter rally. Fan Zhendong saves game point as they go to the 3rd towel break. From behind the table, Fan Zhendong a little bit more time, but it's also more time for his opponent to react. Quick backhand here on the defense. Still closes the racket as he punches back to keep some topspin on it. Two game points left. Fan Zhendong now on the serve. Step around in the inside-out forehand, deep to that wide forehand of Lin Gaoyuan. Saves another game point. I look down at the court to see if Lin Gaoyuan's going to use his timeout. It looks like he's going to save it. Fan Zhendong, second serve. The flip goes out. 3 game points in a row saved. If Fan Zhendong can take this game, it really changes the tone of the match. 2-0 lead for Lin Gaoyuan would give him some confidence and freedom and add to the pressure and tension on Fan Zhendong's side. Hasn't had an easy time using his Chiquita on the receive. Just hasn't had quite as many opportunities. Lin Gaoyuan very good at avoiding that on the serve. We know that is what Fan Zhendong is often looking to do. His most aggressive opening from an over-the-table serve, a short serve. Flick goes out once again with the forehand. 4 points in a row. Lin Gaoyuan has had some opportunities, and it's never easy against world rank #1. But compared to the standards of the rest of this match, Lin Gaoyuan's made a much better percentage. A much better percentage than the last 4 points. So now game point to Fan Zhendong. Reverse pendulum and 5 in a row. Fired up, pumped fist. Fan Zhendong is back. Tied up at 1 game apiece. We'll come into the third to see who takes the lead right after this. Stay right here.